Well, all right. That is feeling good. I feel good after listening to that like that.
Well, all right. There you
All
go.
right.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Mission
you
accomplished.
really put some vocals
Thank you.
out there. That is so good. Nicole, go ahead and give the website information of yours so our followers,
Absolutely.
fans can keep up with you and your social media information and where this track here can be heard and purchased on any of the music outlets online. Go right ahead.
All right. Well, thank you. It's Nicole Henry, and on Facebook and Instagram, it's Nicole Henry Music, and that's NicoleHenry, Nicole Henry Music. And on Twitter, it's Nicole Henry Jazz. We still do a lot of course, we post on social media events and so forth, but we still do old school email newsletters. So if anybody wants to, of course, be in touch that way, you can email me at info@NicoleHenry.com, and we will add you to our email list. And but you can sign up online at my website at NicoleHenry.com. Yes, and we like I said, we send out all kinds of information, usually once or twice a month via email, but always posting on social media. We had a great campaign where people my people that follow me sent me videos of things that they do that make them feel good. So it was really a fun campaign that we did for about a month. People sent pictures of their godchildren or little babies, like trying to talk and sing. It was just such a cute way to hear from people who listen to my music. So it was a lot of fun. So, yeah.
That's good. So what is the ultimate desire, Nicole Henry, or what you wish all your fans and followers to get out of this new single in all of your music?
Thank you. That's a great question. I would say, well, the song really says it all, the idea of finding a place mentally, physically, spiritually, with your family and friends, and just with yourself to feel good. I sing, as the song, as Eyes on the Sparrow says, I sing because I'm happy, and it's not that I'm happy every moment. It's because I can find that joy. I can find that hope, and I think that's why I sing, is to encourage people to find that hope in a world like it is today, specifically over the last year. And, as a minority, as a black woman, I have felt the pain and the frustration of what the world is getting an understanding, at least a little bit of, as black people in America, dark-skinned people throughout the world who have had injustices and, just unbalanced life compared to what it should be out there. This is a gorgeous world that we have all been blessed to be born into, and people can find ways to make it difficult, but there are so many amazing ways that people are doing what, like me and the city of brotherly love, although there's issues everywhere. But it is about finding love for yourself so that you can love others. I think that's generally why most artists do what they do. It's because we feel a need to communicate and share understanding and share empathy, share perspectives so that more people can understand a perspective, good or bad, you know what I mean? So, it's really more about understanding and coming together, across the board. So, that's my goal. But for me personally, I love people and I love performing. I love being on stage. So I've been blessed to tour the world and want to just continue doing that. And, I know when I'm at a concert, generally I'm forgetting about the troubles of the world. And, and that's what I hope my music can continue to do.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that information. As we move along here, I would like to ask you, are there any other future music projects you want to mention?
For certain, yes. I was just talking to my dad about this for like about 5 years now. I've been contemplating and scheming and working on a Nancy Wilson tribute, the legendary Nancy Wilson, the gorgeous song stylist who, her career spanned about over 5 decades, and she put out about 70 albums. And I've always loved, she's just fabulous. And I've always appreciated her style, her song choices, and I love how she, unlike a lot, there are a handful of people, maybe Carmen McRae and a little Sarah, who's, really bridged jazz to R&B, and she did that in the 80s and 90s a little bit more. And I just really respected her. She was always classy and always doing good and nothing, no scandal. Back in those days, you couldn't have any scandal because either you were going to be a bad boy, such as a Billie Holiday, and maybe not last for long. But generally, back in those days, you had to act right so you can have longevity. Yeah, and I really appreciated, all of who she was, also for giving back to the community and so forth. So she was just a beautiful woman. So I'm working on a project. It's not so much a Nancy Wilson tribute. It's me finding some of those songs that are, a couple that are very well known, but some that are lesser known, so that to encourage people to really look into her catalog.
Right.
And what song is this? How did I miss that album? And then go dig into Nancy's album. Yeah.
Right.
So that's I'm working on that project, and then Feeling Good. I had a couple other singles in line after Feeling Good, but we decided, my band in Miami, we decided to go ahead and put together a whole album, with these singles. So we're going to be recording in about another month and a half. And I should have an album out in September.
Okay. Well, thank you for that information. There it is, fans out there. There it is. And you are still performing? Any upcoming events?
Yeah, well, of course, with COVID, a lot of us were doing some online things, and there were online galas and jazz, fundraisers and things like that. My first live show was in March in South Florida. I just did a show at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts in Florida. I have 2 shows in New York coming up in June 19th, so Juneteenth, and June 27th. I'll be in New York City at those 7 o'clock shows at Feinstein's 54 Below, which is a great venue. The old 54, what was it called? Studio 54. They have a club there now, great supper club. So I'm doing 2 shows in June. I'll be doing a few things in July. I have a couple of, they're all on my website, so please do visit NicoleHenry.com. A lot of things in South Florida right now, in New York. Another thing in upstate New York, Delray Beach. Yeah, mostly kind of close to home, as far, homes, I guess I should say, between my New York and my Miami. But I do look forward to starting to tour a lot more come September, October. So I'll probably be back in Atlanta, Indianapolis, and Cleveland, and working on Chicago and Nashville, and LA as well. And I'll be in Vegas in November. So it's really scattered right now, but I know once CD comes out and once the Nancy project comes out in late winter of next year, we'll be on the road. So please keep a lookout for Nicole Henry.
Well, I will stay on you like stick on glue because I'm calling from Evansville, Indiana. I'm not far from Indianapolis. I'm not far from Chicago, Illinois, or Nashville, Tennessee. I'm right smack in the middle around all those surrounding big cities. So,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'll be looking for you. And thank you for that information. Wowee.
Yes. My grandfather used to live out there. I used to go there. Back in the late '80s. Wow, fun.
Yeah. It hasn't changed much. Evansville is kind of stuck on Chuck.
I love it.
In the ice age.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know. It's where you have a lot of peace and you can garden and take care of your lawn and take care of yourself. It's a lot more greenery around here. So,
you got me on that. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I was just out back with my dad, about to cut hedges and mow the lawn. So I'm with you.
There's a lot of that around here.
Yeah, y'all got tractors though. Y'all got John Deere.
So as we move along, we're going to let you go ahead and give a shout out to all those lovely people that have supported you in your musical career, all through your journey. Go on and give them some love. Give them a shout out right now. Go ahead, Nicole.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you. I mean, I have to definitely start off with my first band, Mike Orta, Paul Shuchuk, and Danny Berger. There have been so many people that have supported my career. Kevin Suris, Steve Musmeci, Jim DiLorenzo, the Marcella and Ken Henry. I mean, there have been Cliff Walker, different booking agents, people who have passed on, my goodness, Marianne Topper, different other booking agents and venues. My friend Mary Phillips, who got, you have these people that, let me introduce you to these people in Jamaica, and then the next thing you know, I'm on the Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival, or I'm on this other festival opening for Celine Dion, or I'm in Malaysia, or in Japan. There was a gentleman named Eddie Higgins in Miami who got me introduced to my first record label that I did another project with in Japan. But after being introduced to Japan via CD Baby, this was when I was first starting out, my CD went to number 2 in Japan. He said, I should introduce you to my label out there. And then I had a CD that was number 1 in Japan. And he got me started to tour there. And I've been to Japan 17 times in my life, which I love that country. So, there's always somebody that introduces you. You never do something by yourself, even though sometimes you feel like, I'm doing everything alone. I wish I had more help. It's like, well, now that I look back, there always is somebody helping you out and connecting you with someone and showing you enough venue, getting you in the door here and there. So that's been a real blessing. And my friend Art Bruckheim, who got me into Blues Alley the first time in 2005, and I've been going there since then in Washington, D.C. So just Michael Feinstein's in New York City, just so many places where I used to play at New York from 2008. Once a month I'd be there and then start selling out shows, and it's like, really? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So you just gotta just be aware that there are people out there happy to help. So it's been a blessing. Nice journey.
Well,